country so vast, it could swallow Europe whole. A land where forests stretch further than the eye can see, where lakes outnumber people, and where the air is so crisp, it tastes like wintergreen. This is Canada, famous for its politeness, maple syrup, and a secret trove of stories so strange, they'll make you say, "Only in Canada, eh?" But beyond the postcard-perfect scenery lies a Canada few tourists ever see. A place where towns welcome aliens, where animals run the streets, and where history took turns so bizarre, you'd think they were scripted in Hollywood. So grab your toque and a double-double, we're diving into the weird, wonderful, and downright unbelievable side of the true North. When nature breaks the rules. Canada's wilderness doesn't just impress, it defies logic. Take Alberta's snow rollers, nature's practical joke. When the perfect storm of wind and wet snow collides, the result. Ghostly white donuts tumbling across fields like something from a sci-fi movie. Then there's British Columbia's dusty Rose Lake, a body of water that looks like it's been mixed with Pepto-Bismol. Scientists say its bubblegum pink hue comes from a cocktail of glacial minerals and pigmented bacteria. Instagrammable? Absolutely. Thirst-quenching? Maybe not. But the real kings of quirk live in Churchill, Manitoba. Here, polar bears outnumber humans, and the locals have adapted in creative ways. Leave your car unlocked isn't just advice, it's survival. Why? Because you might need to dive into the nearest vehicle if a 1,200-pound predator decides you look like lunch. Laws and legends. Every country has odd laws, but Canada turns quirk into an art form. In Ontario, slapping a Batman decal on your car isn't just nerdy, it's illegal. Why? Because the Highway Traffic Act bans any vehicle that might impersonate emergency services, including Gotham's Dark Knight. Then there's the Pig War of 1859, a conflict so ridiculous, it sounds like a Monty Python sketch. When an American farmer shot a British pig rooting in his garden, tensions exploded. Hundreds of troops were deployed, cannons were primed, until both sides realized fighting over pork was, well, hogwash. Today, the only reminder is a lonely pig statue on San Juan Island. Fast forward to 1967, the town of St. Paul, Alberta, built the world's first UFO landing pad to celebrate Canada's centennial, and to welcome extraterrestrial tourists. The mayor even declared the town a neutral zone for all intergalactic beings. So far, the only visitors have been humans posing for selfies. Culture unleashed. Canadian creativity isn't confined to nature. It's on your plate. Take poutine pizza, a culinary Frankenstein that piles fries, cheese curds, and gravy onto a crispy crust. It's the love child of a late-night diner and a hockey arena snack bar. Language purists, brace yourselves. In Burk's Falls, Ontario, street signs are written in English and Klingon. The town once jokingly declared the Star Trek alien tongue an official language. Trekkies rejoiced. Everyone else just shrugged and said, sure, why not? And then there's Dildo. Yes, you heard that right. This fishing village in Newfoundland leans into its eyebrow-raising name with pride. There's Dildo Brewing Company, Dildo Souvenirs, and even a shout-out from Jimmy Kimmel. As locals say, it's all in good fun, BY. Shadows in the Snow, Canada's dark history. But behind Canada's welcoming smile lies a painful past. For over a century, the government forcibly removed Indigenous children from their families, sending them to residential schools designed to kill the Indian in the child. Over 150,000 First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children endured abuse, malnutrition, and cultural erasure. Thousands never came home. Recent discoveries of unmarked graves have forced Canada to confront this genocide in slow motion. Yet from this darkness comes resilience. The Mohawk language is being revived through rap music. Inuit throat singers have gone viral. And every September 30th, Canadians wear orange to remember, proving that truth can grow even in frozen soil. The future is Canadian. Now, look to the stars, where Canada's robotic Canadarm helps build the International Space Station. This technology was born from a simple need: how do astronauts fix things in space without dropping their tools? Back on Earth, Vancouver's D-Wave system sells quantum computers that harness parallel universes, theoretically. Meanwhile, Toronto's AI pioneers created neural networks so advanced, they've been called the new electricity. What's the secret? Maybe it's the -40 winters that force innovation. Or perhaps Canada's diversity, where an Iranian refugee can invent the world's most advanced bionic arm. Either way, the future speaks with a Canadian accent. Indigenous influencers and modern traditions. Meet Sheena Nova, a 23-year-old Inuk woman whose TikTok videos about seal hunting and parka-making have racked up millions of views. People think we live in igloos, she laughs while editing a vlog in her Montreal apartment. I show them we text in Inuktitut too. Across Nunavut, teens blend ancient and modern, competitive throat singing over hip-hop beats, GPS-tracked dog sleds, and Instagram-famous Northern Lights tours run by Indigenous guides. Even politics gets fresh here. The Northwest Territories legislature recognizes 11 official languages, where debates might switch between English, Ply, Cho, and emojis in government memos. Canada's frozen wonders. Canada's frozen landscapes hide marvels that defy imagination. In the Northwest Territories, the Nahanni River's Headless Valley has spawned legends of lost gold and decapitated prospectors. Scientists now believe its mysterious caves contain never-before-seen extremophile bacteria that could revolutionize medicine. Meanwhile, beneath Alberta's surface lies the world's largest known dinosaur graveyard, over 150 complete skeletons preserved in what was once a prehistoric floodplain. And let's not forget the Bay of Fundy, where tides rise and fall the height of a 4-story building twice daily, revealing ancient fossils with each cycle. The Great Canadian Food Odyssey. Canadian cuisine is a delicious paradox. In Quebec, you'll find tire sur la neige, hot maple syrup poured on snow to make instant candy. The Maritimes offer donair, a sweet garlicky meat wrap born from Lebanese immigrants adapting to local tastes. Then there's Winnipeg's Fat Boys, gut-busting burgers topped with chili, cheese, and a fried egg, served in former police stations. But the real showstopper? Newfoundland's Jig's Dinner, a Sunday feast of salt beef, boiled vegetables, and peas pudding that takes all day to cook and about 5 minutes to devour. Each bite tells a story of survival, immigration, and culinary improvisation. Canadians in pop culture. From Ryan Reynolds' self-deprecating charm to Drake's Toronto pride, Canadians dominate global pop culture in unexpected ways. Did you know Superman was created by a Canadian? Or that the first IMAX film screened at Expo 67 in Montreal? Even Hollywood's most iconic villains often speak with Canadian accents, think James Bond baddies or Star Trek's Khan. Meanwhile, Canadian animators gave us everything from The Simpsons to Avatar, The Last Airbender. And let's not forget music. Whether it's The Weeknd's synth-pop or Alanis Morissette's angst, Canadian artists have a knack for making the whole world sing along. The Canadian Mosaic. Canada is a paradox of frozen robots and warm hearts, of buried pain and soaring hope. A place where an Inuk teen can go viral for throat singing, while a quantum computer calculates in the background. Where sorry is the most powerful word, whether mending historical wrongs or bumping into a moose. This isn't just a country, it's an ongoing experiment. Can a nation built on stolen land become a model for reconciliation? Can polite people change the future? One thing's certain, in Canada, even the weirdest stories have room to grow.